up, guys? It is a Friday morning working from home today. This video is gonna just kind of go throughout my day. I guess I'm gonna show you some things I eat. I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I already got a workout in this morning, did some shoulder delt work. Oh, my bicep, I don't have one. Anyway, back home, working from home, logged in, doing some stuff already. I plan on doing, on days that I work from home, I usually go to the gym and lift before work, and then when I take my little breaks throughout the day, I'll do some yoga once, and then I'll do some spinning once, and then on my lunch break, I'm probably gonna go to the grocery store, so I'll probably show you what I got at Aldi. Surprise, surprise. So I'll show you all of that, show you what I eat throughout the day, and then stick around to the end because I'm gonna chat about simple things to help your resolutions kind of make it easier for you, or talk about things that might kind of be tripping you up a little bit. And you know, we always have so much pressure, usually the beginning of the year, because everyone's like, brand new year, gotta lose the weight, gonna go to the gym, gonna eat right. And a lot of times we just start, we either don't know where to start, or we bite off too much that we can kind of chew, and then we just kind of give up. So this is about the time of year, around the 20th or so, that people start to already give up on their New Year's resolutions. So I'm gonna talk to you, give you some hopefully helpful tips that'll kind of keep you moving in the right direction of whatever your goals are. The only thing, let's talk about this. In the mornings after I work out, I drink a protein shake, and that's the only thing I usually have until about 1 p.m. Recently, I've been eating my meals at like 1, 4, and 7 p.m., except for this. This is, so I mix, you know, I like Ghost, the brand Ghost products, I think, aside from Clean Athlete. I love Ghost protein. I tried their vegan protein, and it's like, it tastes good. The texture is horrendous. I cannot drink it by itself. So what I normally do is I'll mix it up. This is a vegan banana pancake. I mix it up, put it in some iced coffee, and drink it that way. And I can get it down that way. If you know me, I'm not the type of person, like, I won't throw it away. Like, I bought it, I spent money on it, so I'm going to drink it. Please tell me I'm not the only one like that, because I'm not throwing money away. My husband was like, don't buy it, you're going to regret it. It's going to be gritty, and the texture's weird. And I'm like, David Ross, you don't know anything about me. And I got it, and I was like, he was right. So that's what I'm drinking right now, mixed with some cold brew. And then I'll just show you what I eat for the rest of the day. Hope you like this. Give it a thumbs up, or, you know, something like that. That'd be cool. All right, meal number one. We're in a pickle. Anyway, it's Friday. This is the first time in a long time we literally ran out of like meal prep foods that we normally do for like lunches and all that kind of stuff. So I am just gonna Mod Podge this together. I'm literally just gonna eat a can of tuna with a little bit of mayonnaise and sweet relish. I know everyone's like, oh, you're watching what you eat, you shouldn't eat mayonnaise. I have plenty of fat left for today with what we're having for dinner and everything else. So I'm gonna use some of that. And then I've been trying to have, let's see if I can open this, some kind of vegetable at every meal. And we had, I know it doesn't look pretty, but we had mushrooms in the fridge that were like, yeah, no, had to use them, and I hate raw mushrooms. So I just kind of quick marinated these, and I'm gonna go ahead and eat these. Super simple, just some balsamic and apple cider vinegar, a splash of olive oil, stevia, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, red pepper flake, and a little oregano. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat that. I'm not putting this in anything. I'm just gonna mix it in a bowl and kind of just eat that plain. All right, back from grocery shopping, went to Aldi and Walmart. As always, y'all know that. I'm not gonna show you everything because y'all know, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know what I basically got. I got some fruits and veggies, a buttload of yogurt, eggs, egg whites, orange juice, milk, that kind of stuff. You know that if you follow me at all. I'm gonna just kind of show you the special things I got from Aldi and give you a couple little tips as I'm showing you these. What was I just gonna say? First of all, if you're not watching what you're eating, or just want to have like some goodies to eat at Aldi, they're having like, they have all their Super Bowl football kind of food out now, and the amount of like potato chips that I really, really want, that I just figured I better not. Like, they have potato chips that are ranch dill pickle flavor, Nashville hot chicken flavor, they have pickle flavored popcorn, Cuban sandwich flavored potato chips, and they have a bunch of yummy snacks right now. And yes, I am dieting right now, and again, if you know me at all, I'm not one of those people to say like, I can't have potato chips, I can't have Oreos, I can't have this, but it is just like, because my calories are so kind of low, I want to eat foods that fill me up more. I want to not waste my calories on just like a bite or two of potato chips when I can like bake a whole potato and eat it. I know it's not as exciting, but you know, it's working for me right now, so we're gonna stick with it. You heard me mention pickle flavored things. Guys, I don't know if you know this. I am a like pickle connoisseur. I eat pickles almost every single day. I love them so much. They are, and I don't do it as like, well, two things. It is a good like diet hack because they're really low in calories and they're salty and crunchy and all that kind of stuff. But I just love pickles, right? So anytime I see like specialty pickles, I am buying them. And I bought Aldi this week, y'all. I cannot wait to try these. So in the like where all the cheeses and stuff, they have these. Oh, fresh deli pickles. This is the sweet horseradish flavor. So I am very excited to try these. They're the slice. Oh, I'm like salivating just thinking of trying these. And then I bought these Tangy Snap Sweet Onion Spears by Sucker Punch. I've had this brand before, but like the hot fire engine, and they straight up like burned my face off, but they were delicious. So the sweet onion though doesn't seem as, you know, maybe it won't be as like, I don't know, kill me as much. I bought 2 bags. These are an Aldi find this week of these buffalo style chicken meatballs. I love having frozen meatballs like this on hand, just for like, I don't know, if something happens, if it's I get home late and there's not enough time to make dinner, you just like, if you have regular ones, just like open a can of sauce, throw some meatballs on some noodles, bam, good to go. These I think would be delicious by themselves, or even with like buffalo style chicken meatballs with macaroni and cheese. I could get down with some of that. But the thing with these is like the beef ones are good, but these can be so bad for you. These ones aren't bad because they're like the chicken ones. So there's for 6 meatballs, 8 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 14 grams of protein, which for pre-made meatball, frozen meatballs like this is actually really, really good. The beef ones, I say that loosely because there's not a lot of beef. There's a lot of filler in it. There's a lot of fat in it. The beef ones per 6 meatballs will run you like 21 grams of fat, 10 carbs, 12 to 14 grams of protein. So that's why I bought 2 bags of these, because I made the mistake. They had turkey meatballs, I don't know, at the beginning of the month, and I only bought 1 bag, and I wish I would have bought like 10 bags. So I learned my lesson and bought 2 bags this time. And then, if you watched last week's video, I think it was last week's video, I bought the Tyson air fried chicken breast fillets. We had some this past week, and delicious, like delicious. And you cannot beat the macros on this. It's like breaded fried chicken. It's so good. I popped it into the air fryer, and that's how I cooked it. Doused it in some buffalo sauce, a squeeze of honey, and mozzarella cheese on top. So good. So my Aldi only had 2 bags left, and I picked them up. Although when I did run into Walmart, I did see them at Walmart. So I think at Aldi, it's just like only going to be there for a little bit, but at Walmart grocery stores, I think they're going to have them all the time. For 1 piece, y'all, 1 piece of breaded chicken, 4.5 grams of fat, which is like nothing. 15 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. You can't like beat it. So I have a couple of those to throw in the freezer. Now these are not friends, but I did want to mention these to you. Again, I think I talked about this last week. I got some mozzarella cheese. I did get the reduced fat one. Per serving fat in this is 4 grams, where regular is 6 grams of fat. And if your fats are being cut down and you're dieting, it's just a little change. Usually with the reduced fat, you can't tell a difference. If you get fat-free, you can. And I refuse to eat fat-free cheese. I would rather just like give cheese up than eat fat-free cheese. But the reduced fat, good. It melts. It's delicious. Doesn't taste that different. And another little swap is, I don't know how to say it. I butcher it every single time. Neufchâtel? I have no idea. It's like cream cheese. It tastes just like cream cheese. But again, this per serving, this has 6 grams of fat, where regular cream cheese has 9 grams of fat. And if you're making like, I'm making a crock pot meal this week. I think this week, I don't know. And it calls for cream cheese. And per serving, I'm going to be saving 3 grams of fat, which again, when your fats are 40, let's say 40 or lower, that matters to you. That, you know, that's gold. And then here's a tip. Here is a tip. We're going to a game night at a friend's house tomorrow. In the late afternoon, they're having dinner and all that kind of stuff. And this is a thing that happens, right? I'm tracking what I'm eating. We're having dinner there. How am I going to stay on track, right? Totally valid question. So we ask, I've learned, I was raised when you go to somebody's house and there's dinner or like appetizers or snacks, like you bring something, right? So I usually say, oh, what are you making? I'd like to bring something. And they normally tell me, in tomorrow's case, they're making chili, which is good, fairly healthy, right? Can't go wrong with that. They're going to have some meatballs, some Italian bread or something like that. Perfect. Great. I can count that I can track it right now, but I know I want to have some options, right? Because I don't want to eat too much bread. Not that bread's bad, but like I'm not gonna eat like 5 pieces of bread, so I'm gonna have some options. So usually I end up bringing like a fruit tray and a veggie tray. I will eat half of this tray myself when we go tomorrow. So that's also just another tip. If you're going somewhere and you're bringing something, make the stuff that you bring, have it be healthy options. I can eat this whole tray and it would probably only be like I mean, minus the ranch dressing. But like, that's going to run me, what, maybe 200 calories worth of vegetables, you know? So pretty good for you. Those are my tips. Those are my Aldi finds. I'm going to make some lunch. Or not lunch, I don't know what you call this, meal number 2. Got to figure out, got to do some macro Tetris because I didn't plan. Ran out of the meal prep food and didn't plan my day except for dinner. So I'm going to do that and then show you what I come up with. All right, for my second meal of the day. This is how you know it's like real life day of eating, because if I do a video that's just like what I eat in a day with nothing else, I'm eating something a lot more exciting than this. Something quick and easy. These are literally those turkey meatballs that I just told you about that I wish I bought more of. A serving of those. We have some green beans left over. I'm going to go ahead and finish those. So veggies again in my second meal. And I'm going to go ahead and eat this, like, it's the Great Value brand. It's like Fit and Light, but Walmart's brand of this Greek banana cream yogurt. So I'm excited for that. And these, update. Tried them. Delicious. I wish they had them all the time. If there's more next week, I will definitely be buying more. So that's it. Meal number 2. Boom, boom. All right, guys. So let's get into the kind of like bread and butter of this video, if you will. I kind of want to talk about this time of year, the easiest way to stay on your diet or still keep track of things. This is normally the time of year when we've all made a New Year's resolutions, and then right around now is when we don't think we're losing weight fast enough. We think what we're doing isn't working, that kind of thing. So I love tracking macros. That's kind of what I support, what I think is best. You don't have to track macros, right? To lose weight, get fit, reach a certain goal. You don't have to track macros if you're cutting, you're bulking, whatever the case is. And it's not always, because it's not always cut and dry, but it is easier if you're tracking something, whether that's macros, calories, protein and calories, like whatever the case is. It's always easier, especially if you have a coach, because your coach will then know where to go instead of like, if I have a client who's just eating intuitively, I have nowhere to tell that person, you're not losing weight, let's change this, right? It just is a lot harder. Nonetheless, here are some of my biggest tips in regards to macros and counting and all that kind of stuff for this time of year. Number 1, track everything. A lot of people will say like, well, but do you track vegetables? Yes. Do you track fruits? Yes. A lot of times we also forget to track, like if you're searing a steak and you either sear it in a little bit of olive oil or butter or something like that, those are calories. If you're cooking something, I love to cook. If you're cooking something and you want to taste it, which good, I am by no means a chef, but like good chefs do before you serve it, you want to make sure it tastes good. If it needs salt, pepper, anything else, there's a difference between like tasting it versus like tasting it. You know what I'm saying? Are you tracking those things? Are you tracking that extra bite of this there, that extra bite of that there? That's why I told you in the last video, I'm doing these 75 days of absolutely everything that goes into my mouth is tracked. And that's why I think I'm having such good results, because I'm not having like that extra 2 or 3 chips and just going, it's 2 or 3 chips, it's fine. Or that one piece of candy here and just being like, it's only a piece of candy, it's fine, I don't have to worry about it. I am tracking everything. And if you are tracking everything like that, you will get quicker results. So track your extra oils, track your veggies, track your little snacks, track your extra little bites, because they do all add up. I probably, like realistically, before when I wasn't tracking that kind of stuff, I was probably eating an extra 100 to 200 calories a day, and that might just be enough for you to not make great results. Number 2, alcohol. Trust me, I get it. People are stressed. They want some kind of like outlet, and I can honestly, like, I understand this. You want a way to de-stress, and this is how you want it. A lot of times, I don't think I realize this, but a lot more people drink every day, like at night, than what I thought, and sometimes every weekend people will drink and whatnot. But alcohol metabolizes differently than carbs, fats, proteins. It processes it different. I'm not going to get into like the chemistry about it right now. Maybe that's for a future video. But a lot of times when you track it, you need to do some weird macro stuff and count it as fats and carbs or overall calories. And it's just, you won't get the body composition. You won't get the results if you're drinking a lot. That being said, I also have to throw in my 2 cents of like, don't eat stupid. Yes, I guess this leads me into my third point, that 80-20 rule, which I highly abide by, no matter if you're tracking or not, or whatever the case is, where you eat mostly healthy. It's definitely more sustainable than restricting and saying, I'm not allowed to have this, I'm not allowed to have that. And that 20%, that 80-20, the 20 is what I use for like my fun food, my food that I might be craving. If it's around lady time and I'm like, I just need some chocolate or some ice cream, that's what I use that for. And you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either do this day by day. So if you want just a little snack or a little treat every single day, maybe post dinner dinner or before bed or in the middle of the afternoon, that could be your little snack for the day. Or maybe it's just one meal a week. I am pretty strict with my diet and what I'm tracking Monday through Saturday. And then usually on Sundays, we go to like lunch at my parents' house. And that's when I normally have like, I don't eat like a complete idiot, but that's my meal that I kind of like relax for a little bit for. Either way is okay if you do it day to day or you kind of just have one meal or one day where you're kind of relaxed. That being said, it doesn't give you a free license to just like eat a giant bowl of ice cream or eat a full day's worth of like 50 bajillion calories. So don't eat stupid, right? Don't eat stupid. Still try and get your vegetables in, still try and get your fiber in, get your vitamins and protein and all that kind of stuff in, but occasionally, you know, have that little treat here and there. Y'all are going to kill me if you've been with me for a while, but plan ahead. You cannot get around this. Point blank. You have to do it. And I know, trust me, at times whenever you start, it can feel overwhelming, but if you want to have results, you have to put the time in. And a lot of times what happens is when we don't plan, that's when we get into the like yo-yo dieting and you feel like you're running in circles, and you have to plan. You have to. Just start planning one day at a time. I have mentioned before in previous videos, on Saturdays, I guess, I make a meal plan for the following week so I know what we're having for dinner. So every night before I go to bed for the next day, I plug in my dinner right away. Boom, those calories are accounted for. And then I work backwards for my meals. So dinner's taking care of itself. Dinner's kind of our fun meal for the day. I plan the rest of my day around what I'm eating for dinner or maybe a snack that I have. But that's the thing, you have to plan. You have to know what meals you're eating. You have to have that food readily available. So you have to go to the grocery store. You can't just wing this or else it's literally not gonna work, especially with macros. Macro Tetris might be good for a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month, but it starts to get tiring and you're like, it takes time. I don't wanna do it. You have to plan ahead. And number 5, my last point for this video, is being consistent. I said consistent, but consistent. Make sure that your actions match your goals. So if your goal is, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, but your actions are saying, I'm a party girl who wants to drink a 6-pack of beer every single night and eat Cheetos straight out of the bag, it's not going to happen. So your actions have to match your goals and you will get better results that way. Don't make it half-butted. You know what I'm saying? If you put in half the amount of work, half the consistency, you're going to get half the results. Tough love, but it's true. If you're doing it half-assed, you're going to get half-assed results and it's going to take longer and you're going to get more mad at yourself until you get those results. And when I talk about consistency, we all know if you want to get healthier, watch what you eat, move more, right? Exercise, eat better. But I want to see consistency. You should try to aim for consistency with maybe the times you eat, right? If you're eating one day just like the bulk of your calories at breakfast and nothing at night, or you don't eat anything during the day until dinner, but maybe the next day you're eating 3 or 4 small meals throughout the day, try and get more consistent with that. On other things, what about the liquids that you're consuming? One of the easiest things you can do is, yes, drink water. But one day, if you have like a gallon of water, but the next day, if you barely drink 8 ounces of water and you keep doing that, that's going to affect your results. So try and be consistent with your water consumption. Also, what about sleep, right? Are you getting that 7, 8, 9 hours a night? Or some nights you're getting like 12 hours of sleep and the next day you're getting 4 and then maybe you're getting 6 and then maybe you're getting 9. It's all plays a part in what your results are. So just don't think of consistency in terms of food and working out, but like your overall health and well-being. Everything needs to kind of be consistent. And it's not a light switch. You're not going to be able to do everything consistent overnight. Like I said, I think drinking water and forcing yourself to drink water is one of the easiest changes you can do. If you're not drinking like 60 to 80 ounces of water a day, that is something easy that you can strive to do every single day. And then once you nail that, let's look at the sleep. And then once you nail that, let's look at, I don't know, how many days a week you do cardio. And then once you know that, let's look at incorporating vegetables into every meal or something like that. So slowly building up consistency so your results are a little more linear, a little more reliable. But like I've kind of said, January is a weird month with social media and YouTube and all this kind of stuff. That's, you know, who doesn't make a New Year's resolution to like get healthier and lose weight and whatever the case is. And it's a weird month. We put a lot of weird pressure on ourselves. Sometimes we just need to relax, get back to the basics. In the comments, let me know how your month's going. Let me know if you have any New Year's resolutions. Let me know if you're sticking with them, if you're struggling with them. I want to know how you're feeling. So while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up, leave that comment, and I still have to make dinner, and I'm going to have a snack later too. So I will show you that in a bit. So in other news, I forgot to show you dinner. We had chicken parm, so just basic spaghetti noodles, some tomato basil sauce, and we used the air fryer chicken that I showed you earlier, some sauce on there, some of that reduced fat mozzarella cheese. I had like a cup and a half of pasta, almost a whole cup of sauce in one of those chicken breasts, and it was delicious and it looked good, and I wish I would have remembered to show you, but my stepdaughter was like, I'm hungry and I'm hungry now, so we kind of just, you know, it was done and we ate. And now I'm sipping on one of these giant sparkling waters just to kind of, I don't know, it's sweet enough that it kind of takes my sweet cravings away, so I'm going to sip on that. The only other thing I'm going to have tonight, I'm a little low on protein, so I'm going to have some low-fat cottage cheese, which I love cottage cheese. I could, like pickles, I could eat cottage cheese every day, and I'm a little surprisingly low on fats today, so I'm going to have half of a serving of just plain dry roasted peanuts, and that's going to be today. Good day, long day, not a relaxing day, but we did it, we got it done. I'm gonna drink this and watch, what's that, how do you say Bridgerton? I don't know how to say it, whatever, I just started it, so we'll see how that goes. But until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.